Welcome back to the Altars. We have just started Journey 3. Half my Altars have just abandoned me angrily because of one of my decisions. And so we're running low on supplies because they took a bunch of them, and apparently we're lost in a magnetic storm in transit. So I need to get us out of this mess, and apparently there's more to it than I even understand. I'll find out what's going on by listening to some recorded calls from back on Earth. We're not in contact with Earth right now. They've just left messages for me. And apparently it's even worse than I know. Agatha. It was Agatha all along.
This is a message for Jan Dolsky, corporate ID 4672B. My name is Agatha Wilson, and I am the Chief Operating Officer at Ally Corp, your employer. I have received some very unfortunate news about your mission. I do hope you realize it is vital that we speak without delay, so as to clear up any possible misunderstandings. Otherwise, the board will have to qualify your actions as purposefully subversive. I cannot keep them hoping it is not the case for much longer. Please don't let me down, and get back to me immediately.
Sounds like they've found out about the Altars, and I'm in trouble. So...
What the fuck, Jan? What the fuck? They know everything. The board. But I thought we were... I thought we had each other's backs. That is some deep, deep shit you got Maxwell into. Do you even realize what you've done? Stabbing him in the back like that? Without any warning after everything he's done for you? Me? This is my last call. They've decided to cut me off. I won't be able to talk to anyone, do anything. Not until someone comes for me. All I do is sit here in this tin can and wait. Well done, bro. You know, I thought you'd have the guts to face me, but no. At least... I hope at least you don't fuck things up with Rubidium. And that you bring enough for those bastards to share with others. But maybe I'm naive to think you care about such things.
I was just trying to save my Altars' lives without cutting one of their brains out. Come on. Maybe Lena understands? I mean, she's kind of the reason we got in trouble.
So apparently you're unconscious, but I'm still gonna record this message. I just had the most surreal conversation of my life with your altar, which is how he introduced himself. I went down to the medical staff, and that's when they told me about the readings from your implant. Or should I say, implants? What the fuck, Jan? Multiple patients with the same DNA. Have you completely lost your mind out there? Did you think no one would find out? Well, the board knows. My boss, Agatha, knows. And she took it straight to Maxwell. Boy, is he fucked. Him and that assistant of his. What the hell were you thinking listening to him? Letting him drag you into some corrupt experiment. Even if it was your only option, how could you not tell me? You lied to me. And here I was thinking... Ugh. I was such an idiot to trust you.
Okay, so there's two possibilities.
Find me when you're done with those calls.
One is that I just happened to make all of the worst possible choices, which is entirely possible. Or, I don't know, I just wonder, like, if I had gone through fully with the secrecy and supporting Maxwell and doing what Maxwell said, even though I felt sketchy about it and I thought that, you know, the other altars were correct to feel sketchy about it. If I'd gone through with that and kept everything under wraps, would that have gotten me plaudits from Maxwell and from Lucas, even if Lena was worried about me? Or if I had been completely upfront with Lena from the beginning, told her exactly what was going on with me, went with her plans, would she be supportive of me now, even though everyone else would have gotten in trouble if I, just because I went through with Lena's plans? Like, were there versions of this where some of these were positive? Or did they contrive for everything to be negative no matter what I did? I'm genuinely not sure, and this moment is actually more than anything making me want to do another playthrough to find out how much I can change things once I understand what the choices are, what the potential outcomes could be. Absolutely intriguing. Just wondering how this works under the surface, because when you have only one playthrough, it can be really hard to tell sometimes, you know, like how much of this is up to me, how much of this is spinning off my choices, and how much of it was just going to happen anyway. Like, I'm pretty sure the technician leaving, I mean, that's in the level design, him working on the vehicle, and he hated the first plan and he hated the second plan. So I'm pretty sure technician leaving is not up to me. I think that always happens. But bringing a second alter with him, is that always true? Does he sometimes bring everyone but the scientist with him? Like, are there worse and better outcomes, or am I kind of on a path? Hard to be sure.
Looks like the mess is bigger than I thought.
Yes, we've waited long enough for you to come to, but we need decisions fast. What's the plan?
Is he facing the wrong way because I caught him at a weird angle? I mean, he's gonna look down on this, but whatever.
Plan is simple. We need to get out of this sandstorm and reach the rendezvous point. I just don't really know how. Not yet. I never thought I'd say it, but I miss the technician. He knew that navigation system inside out.
He kept challenging me. I failed him, and you're paying the price.
Now's not the time for regrets, Jan. We need to set a direction for the base, and it needs to be right. We can't afford another day of drifting aimlessly in this storm. This is not a joke, Jan. Everything depends on you. The mission, Rapidium, our lives. You've decided to trust the corporation. We implanted their tech in our heads, losing a part of the team in the process. I'd hate to know it was all for nothing.
I did what I thought was right. Using tabula rasa was not an option, but it looks like doing right by your conscience doesn't always mean doing right by others. I'm sorry. I wish I could have done better. As your captain.
No need to blame yourself. Apparently there was no way for you to ever become one.
What do you mean?
Just take a look at the branchings available in the QC. You can find all sorts of walks of life that you could have taken, but a captain? No, it was never possible. None of us were cut out for that role.
You're right. It's kind of liberating, knowing that there was simply no way to be good at this.
Oh, well, this actually got me thinking about something.
What?
That code we got from Maxwell to upgrade the QC. His old experiment. He and Lucas used the mind records in a completely different way to manipulate the consciousness of an existing person.
You're not really thinking we should try and repeat that?
Oh, I agree it could be dangerous, but well, you said it yourself. There might not be another way.
Fine. I'll do it. What's the plan?
It's hard to call it a plan. Just go into the womb, I'll plug you in, load Maxwell's code, and improvise.
Testing on production? Doesn't sound like your standards.
Oh, I had to say goodbye to my standards the moment I woke up in this base.
Yeah, there wasn't a second when I was going to consider doing a wild experiment like that on anyone but myself. Everybody else has already got their specialties. I'm the kind of the one who doesn't have one. I was sort of like basically the janitor on this trip.
So, you stayed. I appreciate that.
And you're awake, at last. You'd better think of something quick. We're nowhere near finding our way out of this sandstorm.
So I do love that the scientist is like, we have to precisely find the exact right answer in one go. There's no, like, we can't be off by even a little bit. And also, he's going to improvise on my brain. Can't wait to see how that goes.
All right, I'm activating the procedure. Any last words?
Yeah, is it okay to have second thoughts about overriding my heart? Hello? Anybody here? The base has stopped. I should check outside.
I can't see the map. I remember where the airlock is.
Ah, shit. We're still in the storm. What the hell?
Interlude? This has got to be inside my head, right? How often do you see it?
Someone's there. Wait.
How often do you see a community survival game with dream sequences? This game is out there.
Am I losing my mind? Oh, damn it.
Are they using my brain to navigate
What was that?
out of the storm? Am I...
Hey, is that a baby? What's going on here?
Am I dreaming my way out of the sandstorm?
I recognize this. You're no good. You hear that? No good!
That's my voice.
Mom. No matter what I do, you're gone.
Maybe you should have run faster.
What the hell? Who are you? What are you doing here?
I am you, Jan. Just different.
Is this a dream?
No, Jan. You just woke up, remember?
But where am I? Still in the base or somewhere else?
You're right here. Where else would you be? The better question is, why are you here?
I just wanted to find a way out. I thought that maybe if I changed...
Changed? You can't just start being someone else all of a sudden. Didn't Pops teach you that?
I'm not my father.
Maybe not. But aren't you doing what he did all his life? Waiting for a miracle to happen and change everything.
That's not true. I wasn't waiting for anything. I took matters into my own hands.
Do you really believe that? That you're the architect of your own fate? What if deciding, making choices was never anything more than just an illusion? It's crossed your mind, hasn't it? Does it really matter what I do, where I go, what I say? Am I the captain of my ship? Or does it take its own course regardless of what I do? My choices are real. My altars are proof of that.
Hey,
Why are you
why
doing
are you
that?
doing that?
Cut it out.
Cut it out.
I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself. But you haven't been listening carefully. I told you. I'm you. It breaks my heart to see you so absorbed in that whole what if business. Using your altars to revisit problems you couldn't solve. You've been very busy. But still, instead of moving forward, you end up here, stuck in your past. How is that?
I know now that I could have been there for her. If I had taken a different path.
She's gone, Jan. She always was. There was never anything you could have done.
Where's he gone? Oh, this is crazy.
It's interesting that they're telling this broader story about you and all of your altars, but they used the first altar that they required you to make as sort of the actual sort of crux, the actual sort of crux of what your character is actually going through. He feels guilt about leaving his mom, and the technician, the big difference with the technician was the technician stayed. And now the major conflict I'm playing out in the story is between me and the technician. And it comes down to that feeling of guilt about my mom. And they basically, they did a force almost like a magician. Like, they're getting me to think about all the altars as equal, but really they were always forcing this conflict between me and the technician over my guilt.
Lena, is that you?
A mistake. Didn't you fight for us? We weren't meant for each other. I'm sorry. We tried. I tried. We tried.
Now, I'm wondering to what degree they also tried to force the botanist. They were encouraging me to find an altar who could talk to Lena. And the botanist was the obvious answer.
What is going on with me?
Why didn't the best fighters of my life? Why didn't you fight for us?
There's some really clever stuff going on here.
We're meant for each each other.
It's over.
Why didn't you fight for us? You should have
It's
stayed
over.
together. You wasted the best.
Why didn't you fight for us?
For each
It was a
other.
mistake.
I really was free whether to select a botanist,
My life.
but a lot of the Lena stuff came from that relationship.
You fight for
It's
us.
over.
You wasted
It's over.
the best years of my life.
Don't go. Wait.
I guess you two just weren't meant to be together.
You again? Come here to make fun of my failures.
Not my fault you're caught up in their loop. In that big round base of yours.
Trying to get all metaphorical.
I'm moving forward.
Yes. To stop short on the wrong side of a precipice. Can't you see that you never were good enough for her? Her parents were mad at her when she dumped that law student for you. The unemployed miner's son with no prospects. And you wanted to impress them with what? A house with a garden, a steady job in a corporation? Is that why you were so afraid of losing that house and going abroad with her? Because you knew her parents wouldn't respect you? Just look at your alters. Don't you think any one of them would impress her more than the average warring Jan Dolsky?
She fell in love with the person I was, not with who I could have been.
Love. Such a big word. Was it real love, though? Can you even tell what's real? How many times did you wonder that maybe you're not the original Jan? That there had to be someone else. A version of you who actually deserved to live, to be loved. Because he always knew what to do, because he never made mistakes. Maybe that way he was worthy of his father's love.
What a ridiculous thought.
No more ridiculous than the other thoughts you've had about yourself. I'm just saying what you're thinking.
Lena's outfit was interesting when she showed up. That's the first time we've seen her modeled in the world. She was dressed a little like Baymax, which was kind of funny.
Hey! Please, don't go! What the fuck? No. Where are you going? Hey, you.
I've got no commentary anymore. They've run me out.
Such a loser! Daddy, you can do it. You're not cut out to be a leader. Don't quit now. Daddy, run faster! Help me! I'm suffocating! I need air! I need air! God, help me! I'm suffocating! I need air! Help! I'm suffocating! I need air! Help! Please!
Captain, I can't. I can't help you. I'm sorry.
They were dead before you got to them.
Why did I survive, not any one of them?
Someone had to.
All this time, and I still don't understand what happened.
I'm sure you have some smart theories up your sleeve. Go ahead. Hit me.
Maybe there was no reason at all. It was just an accident. Like most things.
Maybe it was. You see, I think that deep down, you know what happened. The answers were always there, in front of you. But instead of piecing them together, you preferred to look away.
What answers? What are you talking about?
You know there was an oxygen leak during the landing. You got that information. And you also know what the quantum computer is, how it operates, what its main purpose is.
To bring back Rapidium. At all costs.
That's right. Its role is to ensure the success of the mission no matter what. And it looks like in the face of an emergency, it had to do just that. There was only enough oxygen for one person to survive. And the QC had to calculate the probability, as it always does, who should receive that life-saving breath. No judgment, no reading tea leaves, just pure data analysis to give the answer to one simple question. Who had the biggest chances of completing the mission?
And it was.
Yes. The math pointed to you.
How do you know all this?
Because you know it. You always did. But you were so focused on your mistakes.
Because I feel that I can learn from them. And figuring out how to avoid bad choices.
What is a bad choice, really? You feel you could have made a lot of different decisions in your life, but without those choices, good or bad, you wouldn't be who you are. The person with the best chance to pull it off. Maybe it's not you who needs to change, but your perspective. Mistakes can have good consequences too, you know.
I like this element of the story. The idea that, because I feel like the story now, it isn't saying every single person has the potential to be any other kind of person, you know, which feels like, you know, there might be an implication that you would take from the fact that this guy has so many alters or so many potential careers. Instead, what they're saying is the main character of this story is special because the quantum computer found that he was unusually able to be different people. And basically they needed to save one person and get an entire crew out of that one person. And Jan Dulski was the one whose life and circumstances and, you know, like personal capabilities lined up in such a way that he could do all of these different jobs. He had a life that could branch in all these different ways. He pointed out he didn't have a captain on any of those branches. It could be that the captain didn't have a scientist and a botanist and a technician on his. And so between Jan and the captain, it'll pick Jan because Jan is actually one of the more flexible people in this crew whose life could have led in more directions. I kind of like that. I like Jan being special for this story as a protagonist because of that feature of him, which isn't something he chose. It's something that, like, it's a weird circumstance of his life that he now has to understand and capitalize on. But it's not trying to imply that everyone is a tabula rasa that can just become anything, because that's kind of unconvincing, you know? It still is also like saying that he's an outlier. He's unusual this way. I don't know. It's a satisfyingly grounded way to approach this philosophical subject matter, and I love whoever wrote this. They're really good. I feel like they're thinking about the subject matter in a really clever way, going far beyond what I kind of, you don't expect this level of, I don't know, insightful storytelling from our medium. As much as I love video games and love being a part of the video game industry, this is an outlier. This is special. And I'm so glad that I've, taken 15 episodes to get to this point, because it's worth it.
Like what? Letting my altar split?
Maybe. Conflicts can open new, unexpected paths.
What do you mean?
Find and follow your disobedience, Sai. You've spent a lot of time on this planet escaping the sun, facing the darkness. Maybe it's time you started looking through the darkness and notice the light.
The light? What light? Hey.
Okay, what are we gonna say happened? Hey, scientist? Scientist, can you prompt an interaction, please? Thank you.
Looks like I'm back. It does. And you're cognizant. You've been shaking on that bed for an hour. I was honestly worried about the choice of settings I applied in that program.
No. I think you did everything right.
So, did it work? You look the same. Did anything change? Yeah, to be honest. Everything's different. Just not the way I expected. So, what happened? I met myself. Another one? No, not like you. He was me, but he knew things. Things I probably always knew, but didn't see somehow. It's called the subconscious, Jan. Yeah, I guess it is. So, my subconscious told me that instead of trying to fix my old life, I should try and take something good from what I messed up. It was very comforting. I'm sure it was. Did your subconscious by any chance mention how we could get out of here? Yeah. We should look for the rebels. The rebels. Do you really believe they're still alive? If there's anybody who can make it through this storm, it's the technician. Well, that vehicle is definitely more maneuverable than our base. He said something about noticing the light. That make any sense to you? The light? Seriously? We risk everything to alter your mind, and all you come back with is a cliched epiphany about following the light? Doesn't the Tur emit any light? Well, probably. But in case you haven't noticed, there's a sandstorm raging outside. We'd never be able to see anything, even if we had the most high-end... Wait a minute. What? Tell me. Low-frequency electromagnetic waves detection. Oh, now you're confusing me. That could be it. Yeah, the navigation system. It can be switched into an auxiliary mode, tracing any interferences in electromagnetic wavelength. And that means if there was a source of artificial light somewhere nearby, the sensors could be able to locate it. And follow it. Right. If the technician really did find a way through the storm, and the Tur vehicle is not too far away, it could be worth a try. Your subconscious might actually be a genius. Oh, you never doubted that, did you?
gained a new perspective. You had a long, hard talk with yourself about your past choices. Looking for a way out of a blind alley, you learned that instead of trying to be perfect, you can accept the decisions you regret and open up to wherever they lead you. That does sound like legit good advice. Okay, so the base navigation system, that is... Was that in the... This? Change the navigative system to follow the light. All right.
We're out of the storm. I don't want to be disproportionately enthusiastic, but it seems like our idea worked.
Our idea.
Yes, we brainstormed, didn't we?
Sure. Shouldn't it be here? The exploration vehicle?
We're close to the rendezvous point. It can't be far.
And here we are at the beginning of a brand new day and a brand new act, which makes this the perfect time to take a break. Most of my episodes have been excessively long, but I think that encapsulating Journey 3 and the interlude into a nice little single episode probably makes the most sense. Also, I think I've got some stuff to do around the house, so let's wrap this up. But I just can't underscore enough how glad I am that I got to this point in the game. It's so easy, you know, I mean, games are so extremely long and they take so much effort, so much emotional effort sometimes to play. And I feel like this game has affected me in a way that, like, I would expect like a really well-written novel or you know, a really profound movie to affect me. And I'm like, it's just, you know, putting something that feels this, I don't know, meaningful, so deep in a game that is challenging and easy to fail at, it's I don't know, it's risky. You know, you're putting your best stuff like a bunch of, like, a ways into the story, but you have to.
Hey, looks like we're running out of radiation filters.
Hey, you can just shut your mouth, botanist.
Jan, did you notice we're running out of repair kits?
I did notice. Thank you, scientist. Leave me alone. I'm going to be rewinding time anyway for the next episode, so it's fine. They can live with their problems. But yeah, I don't... What was I saying? Stupid altars making me forget stuff. Oh, but yeah, like, I had to live through all of those experiences in order to really understand what the game was telling me. You know, I had to sort of immerse myself in Jan's perspective in order to get what Jan was getting out of that experience. So, like, this is so much more ambitious than I expected it to be. Like, you know, you expect it to be like, oh, this is an interesting, quirky little colony sim in a big mobile, you know, space base. Like, that pitch, you know, that feels like that is an entire video game. You know, you don't necessarily need more than that, but this game is choosing to be so much more than that. And that is kind of mind-blowing to me and inspirational, and it makes me want my work to be like this. You know, not in exactly this way. They've already made this game. I should come up with something else.
Should I resolve this?
Dude, just chill out. Anyway, let's wrap this up before I've altars crawling all over me. Here is my subscribe button. Here's the next episode. I am definitely seeing this game through to the end. Or until my death, whichever happens first.
Would you like me to go there?